It's amazing hearing your story. I was thinking about how authors, and not just authors, but people in general, they'll make excuses about why they can't pursue their goals, and they'll constantly say how they're too busy, and for some reason they like being too busy gives them a reason to say, okay, this is why I can't accomplish my dream. But you seem like a busy person on paper who not only writes books but also crushes it. I read the Business Insider article, which details how you were a sophomore at the College of Charleston, juggling classes, an internship, and the entrepreneurial bug. And with this seemingly busy schedule, you managed to become a really successful entrepreneur. So, how did you write books even when on the surface it seems like you were too busy to write the content for your books?
Yeah, I think it's just discipline. Discipline, cutting off distractions, and then having help, knowing what you're good at. My early books, I had to write those exclusively, and then as I got better and kind of more prolific with creating content, I was able to build up a team around me, because I know that I'm not a good zero to draft person. I'm a much better molder and an editor. So as things went along, I was able to play to my strengths and build up people on my team that can help get those first drafts finished. So I can give them content, I can give them videos, PDFs, audio recordings, everything like that. And I had someone on my team who really helped, and then I could really get in there and mold that draft to make it good, to make it really good, right? But I could set the direction for forming that first draft. We'd come together, we'd create a table of contents. And she'd be able to go in and kind of start to mold the clay and get the rough draft in there. So those are a few of the things. I mean, when I need to write, I buckle down. I cut off all distractions. I don't mess around, and I use Parkinson's law to make sure that I set somewhat unrealistic timelines so that I'm just really focused. And I push myself in that way. And then I also have help and just build up a team of people around me that are good at things that I'm not good at.
Can you explain Parkinson's law a little bit to the listeners who don't know what that is?
Yeah, great catch there, Mark. So Parkinson's law it states that an object will swell in proportion to the amount of time or space that you give yourself to complete it. So, for example, Americans spend 3% more than they earn. That's Parkinson's law. You earn more and then you're going to spend more. It's just going to fill the container that you have. Now, let's go back to the school days. If you have a paper or a test, what happens? You cram at the last minute to finish that paper or to study for that test. So the basic premise there is that when you push out these long deadlines, it's all just going to get done at the end anyway. So Parkinson's law just says, hey, if you shorten that time frame, usually you can still get the same amount of work done. You'll just get it done in a much faster time.
I do see that analogy because I'm still in college right now, so the deadline thing, that definitely still applies, and so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've had many an all-nighter, especially when I was running my business while also going to school. It was, weekends were for business, weekdays were for school, and so that meant pulling more than my fair share of all-nighters.